Minnesota's sports leader.
Hey, dime bag. Vinny. Wow, 2005.
There goes Johnny Bones, man.
There goes Johnny Bones.
TwinsDaily.com.
We were just listening to an episode of that I found in the system here of the Fan Think Tank from 2005.
Oh,
when Frank Caliendo was in.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that was. I was going through the whole list of people who were in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Dicom Tom, Jeremy Seinen, Jeff Dubay.
Wow.
As I said, Frank Caliendo. Tenna was in there. Abbott was in there. Westerman was still here. He was in there.
We let Chad and Doug on the air.
Yeah.
What the hell were we thinking?
But we talk about the one of the other morning shows in town was saying that the NHL lockout had ended, and then we were saying it hasn't. That's an April Fool's bit because it was April Fool's Day. So April 1st of 2005, the Fan Think Tank.
Well, there is a lockout today, Rosie. If Dean Evason goes to the XL Energy Center, his key card's not going to work.
That's not good.
Nice.
No, that's not good.
Poor guy.
Were you surprised?
No, I mean, I know Russo kind of hinted at it earlier in the day yesterday. And, as Chris Carter famously said, someone's got to be the fall guy. And Dean Evason, I'm sure he'll take his share of responsibility. It sounded like he handled it with a lot of class. But it was pretty much an impossible situation. I don't know how you motivate this group right now. And, losing Matt Dumba, because of the financial situation, they've been out without Jared Spurgeon. They're missing some key elements, and then of course, the rest of the team has just not been in sync. Their special teams have been awful, and Evason can scream all he wants. He can have long practices. I mean, I don't know what else a coach can do. And then what happens is they hire someone who's been through the ringer. Of course, that's just the way the world works, especially in the NHL. I mean, not the only league that does it, but their new head coach has been, just recently with Nashville. I mean, what's he going to say? Is a different voice in the locker room? Well, Bill Guerin, I think, to me, provides that different voice because his level of experience as a player and everything he's done, he can go in there and raise hell if he wants. But again, it's not going to turn the corner for this team. I mean, I think they've put themselves, unfortunately, in a position where they're going to have to wait out another year. It's all comes back to the salary cap, and it seems like it's getting worse. And yeah, of course, I mean, Matt Boldy has to play better. That's just a fact. He's a guy they rewarded with a nice contract, and he's not playing up to snuff. I mean, Kaprizov, has been adding some points, but the team itself is just, I don't know, they're just not that good. They're obviously dying in the power play. They're dying on the penalty kill. And those two, the combination when you have such equality in the NHL is a death knell for this team. And so,
that's hockey, I think.
Yeah, it is kind of hockey. So, it's hard to imagine this team kind of digging themselves out of this thing to the point where they're going to make a run at the postseason. But it's a long ways to go yet. Maybe the coach will figure something else out with them. But
let's win the lottery.
Yeah, that would be nice.
NHL
Let's
draft
get the
lottery.
next Connor Bedard, and then they got to wait another year because of the Suter-Parisi situation. So
great.
It's hard to sell that to the fans who've been so loyal, selling out that place almost every night.
Think of how toxic Parisi and Suter were, where not only do you buy them out, but get salary cap strapped for years.
Right. Yeah.
But you look in the mirror and say, the best possible thing for this team is to deal with this for like 5 years.
Yeah,
right.
Because that's how bad they were in the locker room.
Right.
From everybody you ask. It was a nightmare.
Everybody.
So they had to go, and we had to go through this, and we're still paying for their toxicity.
Yeah, it's been...
That sucks.
They can't get, they can't get out of their own way, and not out of the first round. It's been, going back to the 2003 season, the surprise season with Jacques Lemaire was the head coach, and they had a bunch of, worker bees that just busted their butts and got to the Western Conference Finals against Anaheim after upsetting Colorado and Vancouver. It was a hell of a run. It was a lot of fun, but that's the only surprise, fun year this team has really had when they've advanced.
It's 20 years.
I think it is. It's 20 years ago. I mean,
almost
that team
the same era as the Kevin Garnett Western Conference Finals.
It was back to back
or whatever it was. So it's 20 years ago, we had a hockey team on an unbelievable run. We had a basketball team that was capable of getting almost all the way if they had just stayed healthy. Maybe they could have taken down Kobe and the Lakers. We'll never quite know.
Right? Yeah, Sam Cassell, it's his fault.
Right. Now, 20 years later, we finally have a goddamn basketball team again.
Right.
That took them 2 decades. And now our hockey team's falling apart.
Right.
Our football team is falling apart.
The Wolves are kind of the last
football
survivor.
Team is falling apart. The Twins are getting torn apart because they won't pay anybody.
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers and hitting the cemetery?
1,000%.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Got to laugh
Our
about
pets'
it.
heads are falling off.
Yeah.
It's always the what could have beens, though, man. I mean, if Kirk was healthy right now, if JJ was healthy right now, son of a beesh. But we ain't dead yet, I guess, right?
Well, Adrian Peterson looked pretty good on the sidelines last night.
He may have been the best running back in the field last night.
I was going to say, a lot of people were jokingly saying, could they just put 28 on him and throw him out there and see what he's got left? Because, it was pretty interesting. He and Chuck Foreman and Robert Smith doing the old Gallahorn last night. So that was kind of that was the offensive highlight of the night.
Look, I know the Wild are trying to shake things up. They're trying to shake things up and switch from Dean Evason to John Hines, and you got those 3 guys blowing the Gallahorn last night. I don't think John Hines can turn this thing around in 24 hours. The only thing that can is if they let Zach Halverson do Let's Play Hockey tonight.
Well, why not?
I don't know why he won't do it.
Yeah.
They're cowards.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because he once compared the team to Ebola.
That is definitely it.
Oh, Super Dave.
That's not the reason why, is it?
Oh, yeah. That's most of it.
Zach, would you say that is the problem now? Are they like Ebola right now? Yeah, man, I don't think they'll do it. Is he not back there? I can't
Zach,
the kid from Overboard.
he's talking, but I don't know. He keeps on talking, but you can't come in.
Can't hear him.
I mean, you just said they needed a different voice in the locker room. We need a different voice at the top of XL Energy Center saying, everybody say it with me.
Right.
Let's play
How about
hockey.
this voice? You ready?
Turn their fortune.
Hey, Zach, do you want to do Let's Play Hockey?
Yeah, let's play hockey in a Cleveland arena.
It's the kid from Overboard.
100%.
Try it again.
Hey, Zach.
Me this time?
There you go.
Me?
Yeah, breathe the top.
Why don't they let you do Let's Play Hockey?
I don't think there's a thing there that's preventing me. It's just they've got so many other people that are far more deserving of it.
Can't think of one.
Again, you keep saying that on the air, but off the air, you keep saying the opposite.
Yeah, you keep saying Sickman's an idiot.
All right.
Oh,
Speaking of Aaron Sickman, I'm sure he's
He had a
busy.
great tweet last night.
I'm sure Sickman's
Yeah,
busy
it was.
because he has a press conference at 9 o'clock. But if anybody at the Wild is listening and knows who's doing Let's Play Hockey today, just text me. I'll keep it a secret if it's got to stay a secret. But then we can just, without saying the person's name, compare and contrast whether or not Zach is more worthy than the person who's doing it.
What if it's Rosie?
But
I've had my shot
how many times have you done it?
twice.
Yeah, that's enough. It's time for,
I agree.
It's time for Zach. It's the era of Halverson.
Yeah.
You know, it's his time.
Breaking news.
What?
No.
I just read on Twitter.
What?
Medea is doing Let's Play Hockey.
Well, it's Christmas time.
I mean, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
Hawk loves that movie.
How can you not?
Yeah, it actually is kind of good.
What do you love, Rosie?
I love hanging out in the maternity ward. I do not. When did I say that?
A lot.
I can hear
I
Carly
guess I
there.
did.
Rosie, who deserves to do Let's Play Hockey more, Tyler Perry or Zach Halverson?
Zach Halverson, not even a...
More than Tyler Perry.
100%.
Really?
He's paid his dues.
See, I think that's incorrect. I think
Yeah,
Tyler Perry's
okay.
a no-brainer.
Correct.
However, if it was just a rando that bought a Medea costume on fun.com,
Like hockey.
They sell
right,
those?
I would say that person still might be slightly ahead of Zach.
I got in trouble
Damn.
for wearing one of those.
Possible.
I bet you did.
You weren't supposed to buy the face.
Yeah, Zach.
This
Far with the
month.
shoe polish there, buddy.
Zach.
This month. Throw your hands up.
Okay, I have an idea.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
boy.
It involves gambling.
Okay.
Remember like a month or two ago off the air, you had the idea of Sauce Tank instead of Shark Tank, where you were going to come with ideas and then we were going to basically buy or sell, like Shark Tank, but it was going to be Sauce Tank.
Yeah.
We should do that because when you have an idea, in the past it was, hey, I have a story, and then we would let the listeners vote on whether or not we want to hear it. When you have ideas, we need to do Sauce Tank.
I have a gambling idea.
Oh.
I mean,
let's hear it.
you have my attention, but
Do you want to hear it now?
yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah, come on.
What's the best kind of gambling, Corey?
Golf.
Starting
poker's
Thursday.
the best, but then golf.
Is the 2023 Hero World Challenge.
The what now?
Oh,
The Hero
yeah,
World
what?
Challenge.
What the hell does that mean?
Here's the field. Victor Hovland, Scotty Scheffler, your guy, Max Homa, Matt Fitzpatrick,
Can't talk to me like that.
Justin Thomas, Cam Young, Sam Burns, Spieth Fowler, Finau, Wyndham Clark, Will Zalatoris.
Oh, Willie Z's back?
Yeah.
That's my guy, dude.
And Tiger.
Zalatoris is going to win the goddamn Masters.
Should we gamble on
Wait,
it?
Tiger's playing in it?
Yeah.
Is this that bit, the driving range bit?
No.
Oh, okay.
That got pushed back
Is this a real
year.
tournament? Where are they playing this?
Where are they playing?
They're playing at Northwestern University.
What?
It's going to be chilly.
It's a little chilly out there, yeah.
Is this Tiger's thing?
Yeah.
That's
Should
where
we
he's
gamble
playing.
on it? You know, I'm
I'll be
in.
long gone.
Yeah, man.
Well, Hawk's out.
Hawks out.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
but
it.
you'd be in. I bet Paris should be
If
in.
Morikawa and Willie Z are
Yeah.
in, of course I'm gambling on it.
Naturally.
Those are my guys.
I bet Marnie'd do it.
Why hasn't Parrish called us today?
Yeah, I texted him yesterday. He didn't respond.
They'd be sad about Dino.
If I can get a field together, would you do it, Cor?
Of course.
Yeah! Let's bet on some golf. God, I love golf gambling.
I don't
know
like
you
going
do.
more than
It's the
4 days
best.
without gambling.
It's the best, yeah.
Keep it, keeps your interest for the weekend.
And you know who else would be in?
Who?
Tommy.
Yeah, of course.
Gambling
My attorney.
saves families.
Yeah, of course your attorney be in. It's in the Bahamas where Rosie's going.
I'm not going to the Bahamas. Close.
After losing the Vikings losing to Chicago 12-10 yesterday, the odds of them making the playoffs are down to 65%.
It's still not. That's pretty good, actually. They have the tiebreaker right now, right? The Packers play Kansas City this week, I believe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But if you just beat Denver or Chicago, then it would have been 80+%.
100%. Yeah. Not quite 100%.
Yeah, I think it fell about 20% with the loss. That's
well, and do they?
That's a nightmare.
They look like a playoff team right now.
Well, that's the thing. There's no way of predicting because
You don't know.
you just don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be.
No,
You just don't know. You just don't know.
But saying non-committal means, to me, he's committing somewhere else.
But look, Sauce, like we always say, if you're going to miss the playoffs, ideally you want to go 0-17, right?
Yes.
But if you're going to be 8-9 and get in, I'd rather get in at 8-9 than 9-8. What you know what I'm saying?
Are the academics good enough on the squad?
Yeah,
to get
good
into
point.
the playoffs?
But if you're going to win so
Good
many
point.
games that you're going to be in the middle of a pack anyway, and that's what the position they're going to be in, right?
Right.
Because they're not going to go 0-5 the rest of the way. 0-6. How many games they got
They have
left?
five
left.
I mean, they might.
What are
That
they
could
doing?
mean
Six and
they might
six,
start
right.
a fifth-round rookie on the road in Las Vegas.
I was just reading what Jalen Hurts is like 25-2 in his last 27 games.
I mean, you're going to go to you. So instead of getting, let's say,
I'm sorry. Say that again, Rosie. What'd you just say?
They had a stat up there. It was something 20-something and 2 over his last 27 games. He's only lost 2 games out of his last 27 regular season games.
So to that point,
Yeah.
Think about it.
you'd rather
He's unbelievable.
go to Philly, San Francisco,
Wow.
or maybe Detroit
That's unbelievable.
and get killed than have like the 14th pick. I'd rather have the 14th pick. You're going to get killed in San Francisco.
Yeah, but again, it's the I don't know. I think the difference between picks 14 and 16 are so small. I think the fans would rather have a playoff game just for
100%.
something to do.
Right.
Look at what the Twins did. Think how fun even one series was. 1.5.
Any part of you think that last night's performance made them decide they're not going to pick a quarterback with one of those 2 draft picks? The Bears, I mean.
Well, here's the beauty of the Bears.
Yes,
No.
because
Do you think so, really?
I think you have to still pick one.
Well,
I think
you
gotta
take
move
Marvin
on.
Harrison.
If you looked at
You got 2 of them.
who are you talking about? The
Fields.
Bears?
I'm sorry, the Bears. Yeah, I'm
the
sorry,
Bears.
sorry,
I thought you were talking about the
sorry. Yeah, I'm
Vikings.
sorry,
Oh,
I
my
should've
gosh,
been-
yes.
yeah.
They have. Yeah, Fields did not, I don't think, convince anyone that he's the future of this
Those
franchise.
fumbles were killers. And if you look at his stats, the Monday Night Football's TV broadcast put it up a bunch of times. So much of his success last night was at or behind the line of scrimmage, right? So it's not like he tore us up for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. He didn't get any touchdowns. He had 1 key throw when it mattered, a couple of nights other throws, but most of it was just quick
Underneath.
dump-offs. Yeah, underneath.
Yeah.
So
No, they're going to take a
bend but
quarterback.
don't break kind of a Vikings defense, and they didn't let him in the end zone, but they did give up a lot of yards when it mattered,
God, we
especially
should have
late.
won that damn game.
Should have won.
God, once he fumbled that ball, I know how bad we played, but the world's the sky's a different color.
Yeah.
If we just keep that ball and win that game, because everything's still possible, and Dobbs is still your quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't
If
know.
we win that, I'm telling you, I think that's how much we gyrate as fans.
I think you're right.
I think the fans would still have been off the Dobbs bandwagon. I think KOC would have been more cemented in sticking with Dobbs if he would have come back and won it.
You're correct.
But I thought even with the Hawkinson touchdown, I'm like, man, are we really going to win this game despite Dobbs playing like he's never played football before? I thought, again, he got exposed last night. I think the Dobbs magic is gone.
Yep.
That doesn't mean he can't win a couple of games and still find a way to get this team to the postseason. I think the long-term Dobbs magic, though, is gone. I think the fans know it.
Well, I think I think inside TCO knows it. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, you look at what Kirk did in beating San Francisco this year and the kind of stats he put up, the kind of game he had. He was having a career year this year when he got hurt. And now you take that away. And then a guy named Justin Jefferson's not on the field, by the way.
I know.
Who would help a quarterback, inexperienced quarterback like Josh Dobbs tremendously.
Of course. And again, I love being the guy, Rosie, who talks about things that might have been.
Yeah.
If he's on the field last night, we win that game. I'm telling you that we had no down the
look
field
at the
threat.
Addison play where he just was.
I know.
The defender falls down and he's standing on the sidelines. I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
He got lost in space and just didn't know where. I mean, he still could have come up with that football, but they scored after that anyway, so I guess it's a moot point.
Cousins is 10th in the league in touchdown throws, and he hasn't played in a month.
Yeah, right.
I know.
That's the kind of year
he's throwing more completions to his son in his living room.
Yeah. He's only 6 behind the leader, Josh Allen.
Amazing.
There's no doubt he would have thrown 6 touchdowns over the last 4 games.
Come on.
Kirk would have been when he got hurt, he was the leader in touchdowns and yards. He still would be if he was upright. That's how good of a quarterback he is. Team Kirk, man.
Look at the Jets situation. They had
Kirk.
It's a very
high draft pick.
Yeah.
They have a high draft pick, and they had to bench him.
Yeah. It's a very similar situation because that defense is real good in New Jersey, I guess, technically. Their quarterback leaves, and theirs terrible, and we're struggling. But it ain't over yet, baby. It ain't over yet.
Vegas, here you come.
That's right. Anything, you know what? I'm always lucky in Vegas.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm right.
Hey, really quickly, last little football trivia question. Kirk obviously hasn't played in a month. As of right now, though, still has the 3rd highest passer rating in the NFL. Name the 2 ahead of him.
Goodness gracious. In percentage?
Brock
Passer
Purdy.
rating.
I was gonna say-
Brock Purdy's number 1.
I was gonna say that, too.
12.3.
Mahomes?
Mahomes is 10th.
I'm not
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is 5th.
Lamar Jackson?
Jackson's 7th.
What's the kid's name in Green Bay?
Jordan Love
Taylor.
is
Jordan Love. No.
20th.
It's not Allen.
I figured what you were saying.
Tua?
Yeah.
2 is 4th.
Tua.
Zach.
Threa?
No.
Fora.
Dak Prescott, 107.
Oh, yeah.
Dak?
Oh,
I
you
always
said
forget
Dak?
about Dak.
I thought you said Mac. I thought you were being sarcastic.
I thought you said Mac Prescott,
Jones.
the lawyer.
107.4. Dak
I wish I could find some information on the Cowboys. They never talk about
They
them.
never talk about them at all.
No.
We were talking about him for like a half hour last night.
Oh, baby.
We'll do
Oh,
headlines.
baby.
We'll do some others. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Van.
The Power Hour continues live at KFAN.com/watch. You can see Cory and Rosie and Sauce and Hawk and Max. All at KFAN.com/watch. It's powered by Quantum Fiber.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. You just got to watch me talk on my microphone without the microphone being on. Because I was jamming out some Metallica. Remember, Rosie, when you and I went to see Metallica?
Oh, so good.
How was it?
We went all the way to Rome and saw them.
It was worth it.
Had a great time.
Yeah.
Who opened for him?
Strangely enough, Kathy Mattea.
Kathy Mattea.
Yeah, right. Country artist.
What?
I know, it was weird. Yep. People are wondering why you chose Turks and Caicos. Roser? Have you ever been
Karin
there?
choose it.
I think Karin had a lot to do with it, and our friends that were meeting up.
Oh,
there.
yeah, that's right. You did say that. That's right. Yeah.
And Ben Lever. Although he claims he's only been there a couple times. He's always seems like he's gone there.
Oh, no
Just
kidding.
once.
Oh, wow. Huh. Yeah.
He loves it, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty sweet.
Rosie can play this on drums, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. His legs flying, his limbs are flying.
Why are his limbs flying?
Because that's what you do when you play the double bass. That's right. Hey, be careful out there, ladies.
Ladies.
Everybody be cool. For 5 seconds, please. Doing a public service announcement for the ladies.
Okay.
All right.
A massive shipment of vaginal tightening gel was confiscated at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport last week.
Oh, you checked your bags early, Rosie?
U.S. Customs and Border Protection said the shipment arrived from Hong Kong. It was addressed to a Woodbury residence. Yeah.
Common.
Oh.
I think a person I know lives in... Oh, no. Chris Schaefer lives there, too.
Yeah, that sounds more likely.
What was his radio name?
Blaise Bodine.
Blaise Bodine.
How about that?
In all, there were 2,536 pre-filled syringes containing the gel in individual pink packages ready for resale. It was determined the shipment contained commercial qualities of a gel that required the user to wear chemical-resistant gloves when handling the product. The agency says if the product had been sold in the open market, the total domestic value would have been about $19,000. It's a dangerous shipment. Another example of somebody using unregulated gels to prey on unknowing customers with false promises of slapping that thing back together.
I don't think it said that on the label.
I'm reading a news story. Not knowing what you are in... Zach, are you listening?
Yeah.
Not knowing what you are inserting into your body can be deadly. And consumers believe that they are getting a discount when in fact they are purchasing an inferior product with unapproved ingredients. Did you know that was a thing, by the way, anybody? Was this a thing that actually exists?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a gel.
I didn't know it was a
neither.
thing until I saw the story this morning.
But look, here's the deal. I know we just had Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Careful.
Don't cheap out on your vaginal tightening gel.
Yeah.
But-
Pay
bar.
full price.
Right.
Don't look for discounts or coupons.
Gross.
You want the real deal. Quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I know that this person in Woodbury, who will go unnamed, Chris Schaefer, thought they were getting this steal. But you gotta pay the full price and get the real stuff. Come on, man.
Says here that if you're reading that this stuff is for sale by local company Clam, you're incorrect.
Brilliant.
The manufacturer is non-regulated and a foreign manufacturer. So watch what you're buying out
don't
there.
buy that stuff.
Don't buy that stuff, man.
No.
Rosie, your thoughts?
Yeah, buy local.
Yeah, correct. Go to a reputable dealer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lions Den.
So, Rosie, are you willing to say on Major Market Morning Radio
No.
that when you buy
No matter what you're asking me.
that when you buy vaginal tightening gel, you buy USA made only?
USA.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
No,
it's
I'm not.
Mark Rosen.
Hey, you know what? That's right. I'm looking for a new endorsement.
Oh my God, I almost said something. Never mind.
How do they know it doesn't work, though? Who gets to tell the officials that this ain't good?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a great question. I would like to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I really would.
Like you buy it, you use it, and then who do you call?
Ghostbusters.
Why is
Be
my
like-
phone vibrate?
That's the problem. You can't feel your phone vibrate.
Zach, you bring
Max
up a
tells
good
me it's
point.
not any different.
Zach, you bring up a good point, and my guess is Chris is willing to look at before and after photos to determine whether or not anything's changed.
Yeah.
So send them to Chris.
You're talking about Chris Schaefer?
No, I meant you, but I don't think Blaze will turn him down either.
No.
Just DM him with
Send
before
your
and after.
before and after photos.
Yeah, or Rosie.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Rosa, why do they bring this stuff up? And,
I don't know.
I'm
Why
trying to do a
yeah.
news story here.
Come on.
Yeah, you guys are being sick.
That's serious
Thank you
here.
very much. I have a fun story before you start your stuff there, Cory. A herd of wild elephants in Malaysia trampled on a car that was traveling along a major highway because it struck a baby in their group. The car, a white, I don't know what this is, Peruda Axia, must be a type of car over there, was being driven by a 48-year-old dude along with his wife and son. The family of three were driving on a major highway, and it crashed into the elephant calf.
Now, Sauce would have swerved into the ditch because
Right.
he
Yeah, right. Which
doesn't want to damage his car.
Yeah.
Correct.
He thinks it's safer to drive off the road.
it had, yeah.
You were going to say
So-
something?
Sorry.
Mama Elephant didn't take kindly to it.
It had been drizzling and foggy at the time. The car was negotiating a left bend on the highway. It hit the baby elephant. The car slammed into the young elephant that was walking on the road with the herd. The calf fell to the ground, but it was fine. But seeing this, the other 5 elephants rushed the car and trampled it.
Jeez.
Young Elephant also
Taking
has the number 3 song right now on the Billboard Hot 100.
The herd and the baby calf got up and walked away and left the area. But you know what?
They are
Good
smart.
for them.
Yeah,
They are.
absolutely.
Damn right. That's what I'd do if I was an elephant.
Can't blame them.
Yeah.
There you go. So that,
Destroyed the
there you go.
trunk.
Is the
Rose, you're on
That's
fire.
funny, Rose.
is the vehicle, like the people in the vehicle, alive?
Yeah, they're alive.
Okay.
They did live. Yeah.
Lucky.
Yep, they did live. So there you go.
Rosie, where are you going in Turks and Caicos?
I don't know. Well, I do know, but why?
Just wondering. I was Googling / Wikipediaing Turks and Caicos.
Smoking hot.
Oh, what else are you going to do there, Rose?
God save the king. It's like a British overseas territory. I didn't know it was
Right.
British overseas.
It
is
is
it really?
British, but
Oh.
it's
Says Lieber
American
loves
currency.
it. Oh, I know where you're going, Rosie.
Cockburn Town, which is the capital of Turks and Caicos, which
I
is
never heard of it.
Never heard of what?
That. I have no idea. I don't think we're staying there.
Fuck, what did you have in the 80s?
Some of that gel.
Duh.
Hey, did you guys hear that Hall got a restraining order against Oates?
Yeah, I heard that over
What
the
is
weekend.
going on?
heart,
Yes, I
man.
did see that.
I can tell you why now. Listen to this.
Okay.
And the mystery has been revealed about why Daryl Hall obtained a restraining order against John Oates. The legendary pop duo have been squabbling in court lately, and on Friday, a report from Variety said parts of the case have been unsealed by a Tennessee judge, showing that Hall is trying to block Oates from selling his share of their joint venture. The next Hall and Oates court hearing is set for Thursday.
Oh,
So there you
boy.
go. He's trying to sell
Nasty.
his share of the catalog, and Hall
Right.
does not want him to. That wanted to sell your shares of the Power Trip Morning Show. And
I've tried.
Yeah, because you wanted to buy some gum.
Some what?
Gum.
Yeah, come on.
Pack of
baby.
gum.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys have a bad day yesterday? Outside of the Vikings win, did you feel kind of run down?
Yeah.
I did too, man. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Rosie said, the vibe at the stadium was zero.
Well, check this out.
It's called post-vacation syndrome, and 31% of U.S. workers suffer from it. The dread of returning to work after time off, the endless emails and administration tasks. The day after Christmas and the Monday after Super Bowl are the top picks for the holiday illness trend, with Thanksgiving in the top 5. According to the Perelman School of Medicine in Philadelphia, you'll get your work groove back in a day or two. I'm Bree Tennis.
See, I think it's almost the opposite. I always feel kind of rejuvenated and reset the first day back. Then it's the second day back. It's like, oh, God, this
We can
again.
tell.
Yeah, the whole town knows.
No, I don't know. I think the first day back from vacation, I'm always more excited to be here than normal, to be honest with you. You get the mental reset.
Yeah, man.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
our industry, just that you get to sleep in, you feel refreshed, you
Right.
feel a little bit different.
You can always tell, like Christmas week, around it, that there's not much traffic. Everybody's out shopping. It feels like the whole world, the workforce is coming to they're just shutting down through the new year. And then it kind of revs up again. It's like, oh, man, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah, right. I did feel pretty beaten up yesterday. I felt like I got run over by a bunch of elephants.
Really?
But
Get some cream.
thanks, buddy. What?
What?
Cream.
Yeah.
Or gel. Was it gel?
Who's Joe? Yeah.
Now it's time for headlines.
Interesting.
Well, you just talked about the post-vacation kind of hangover. Well, air travel has completely rebounded from COVID-19. Rosie, here's how much. On Sunday, the TSA said they screened 2.9 million people on Sunday. That is the highest number of people to go through security on a single day ever.
Really?
Ever. Wow.
Ever. 2.9 million people on Sunday.
All those people taking their shoes off at the same time.
Man, I'll tell you what, best money I ever spent in my life on anything ever is
TSA.
Yeah, TSA.
Yep.
Quick.
Yeah.
What
And
is it
one
called?
check.
Pre-check.
Pre-check.
Pre-check and
100%.
and clear.
And clear, man.
Yeah.
You got them both. You are golden.
Correct.
Yep, get both.
Yep.
Today's National French Toast Day.
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
the Frenchman.
Come on,
Oh, my sir.
Man, there was a place, I forgot what it was called, but there
Turks
was
and Caicos.
there was a place that their special was their French toast, and it would be like,
Frenchie's arm hair?
it was thick French toast, and it was covered in batter and then rolled in like cinnamon toast crunch.
Oh.
Perfection.
Wow. That sounds like too much.
Oh, it was
A lot.
perfection.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot.
So good.
French toast without cinnamon is like deja vu without cinnamon.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did
Talk
there.
about it, brother.
I don't get it. Oh, got it. That's a double meaning thing.
The Merriam-Webster Word of the Year for 2023.
Rosie, how many guesses?
Man, I don't. I was trying to think of something having to do with electronics, but no, I don't know. Tittle. That's not it.
It's pronounced title.
Any more, Rose?
2020 edibles.
Nope.
That's it.
That might be close.
That could have been it.
It's actually 3 words. It's a little bit tricky.
The Alaskan pipeline.
The beaver.
No, that's 2,
That's
Rosie.
not it. Swedish sombrero.
No,
Double
that's
cheeked
technically
up.
3 if you
Yeah,
count.
double cheeked up.
The Houdinis.
Nope,
That's 2 words.
2.
Pink socks.
Nope.
That's 2.
The Merriam-Webster Word of the Year for 2023, vaginal
Johnson.
tightening gel.
Oh, I knew it.
I know.
Oh.
Rosie's got one more guess.
What is it?
The big knockers.
Is that it?
That's 3 words.
2023, the word of the year is authentic.
What?
What?
Wow. What?
Yep.
Whack.
They say it's because of how many conversations we've had about AI, and they added that celebrity culture seems fake, so people like when people are authentic.
Did you read that, by the way? Let me take you a little down a side street real quick. Sports Illustrated says it has deleted several articles from its website after publishing them under fake names and author headshots
Yeah.
created with artificial
AI.
intelligence.
Yeah,
come on.
Barrero talked about this yesterday, yeah.
The existence of the articles was revealed in a report from Futurism, which couldn't find any evidence of the author's existence and found the headshots for sale on digital marketplaces.
Wow.
A spokesperson for the Arena
That's-
Group, which operates Sports Illustrated, says the deleted articles were product reviews created by a third-party company and that they have ended their partnership with them.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean,
So the
That's-
articles were fake, the authors didn't exist, and they were reviews for products. I mean,
so it wasn't a news article.
yeah, right. But I'm sure it was positioned as if it
Right.
was. You know, you see those. You
Legit.
got to literally look on the page to see if it says advertisement.
Right.
Have you guys seen? I think ESPN does this sometimes. There are some preview stories that are definitely AI generated
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
algorithms.
Yeah.
And you can tell almost immediately because if there's any storyline to the game, you're like, oh, I wonder what the preview's saying about such and such. You go to the story and the first sentence is the Timberwolves are 3-6 in their last 9 games. Jaden McDaniels averages 4.1 steals a month. And you're like, who the hell would lead with that?
Right.
Oh,
Right.
AI.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's all stats. It's just here's a bunch of facts about the game, but there's no vibe to it. There's no story presentation. Oof, it's pretty rough.
Yep.
But this is back to South Park from an hour and a half ago. This is, they took our jobs.
Right.
Right. This
Yep.
is, if you can get away with this and now you're posting fake photos and fake names and you're creating fake
Right.
writers, guess what you pay them? $0 a century.
That's
How much insurance do you pay them? 0.
Zero.
That's what Hollywood was trying to do, and they got that settled with this
Yep, that's
the
right.
strike. Oh, yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. Scary. Very scary.
Rosie, a teenager in Kentucky had to be rescued
Oh no.
What
after
happened?
suffering a very bad fall at blank.
A
Now-
teenager had to be rescued.
This is the name of
fall.
a geological site. I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
But it's somewhere in nature.
It's not necessarily in Kentucky.
No, it is. A teenager in Kentucky had to be
in
rescued
Kentucky.
after
Okay.
suffering a very bad fall at a place called...
Bad fall.
Yeah. Trip.
You're not far. You're on the right
Red
path.
Rocks.
It's something like that.
Look out below.
He suffered a bad fall at Broke Leg Falls.
Come
Oh
on.
my gosh. Yeah.
Tommy loves that movie.
Broke leg.
You're thinking of Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Which is a great movie.
It is a very good movie. All right, Rosie, try this one.
Broke leg.
The Denver Broncos beat the Cleveland Browns this weekend, 29-12 in the NFL world. We call that a scoreagami. That score has never happened.
No
29-12. That was the first time. So more than 17,500 games in NFL history, and that's the first time it's been 29-12. Out of those 17,500 games, the most common score has happened 286 times. Most recently, it happened on November 5th. What's the most common score
in an NFL
in
game?
NFL history? 286 times out of the 17,500.
14-7.
14-7. Anybody else have a guess?
I'm going to go 24-21.
Yeah, I'm going to go 21-14.
Only because of the history.
I'm going to go 14-17.
Okay, 17-14,
Okay.
same thing. So, Chris, you said a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Max, you said a 3-point game. Sauce, what'd you say?
I said 21-14.
21-14. So a 7-point game?
Yes, sir.
Max and Hawk were on the right path. Chris, you barely missed it. I guess, Max, you barely missed it, too. You both missed it by 3. 20-17. You guys danced around it. 20-17 is the most common score in the
Makes
NFL.
sense. I think some of the great defenses back in the day.
And most games end up to be pretty close, even if they were blowouts. You know what I mean? At one point, and the team goes into prevent defense, and suddenly it's a game.
Yeah.
Well, didn't, Kurt Warner is doing some bet ad that I saw last night.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't the stat that he said in the commercial something like 25% of NFL games are 3 points or fewer? I think that's what he said in the commercial. And then he basically said, bet responsibly, and he lost me.
Yeah. Don't do that. Just gamble.
Well,
Yeah,
just
he
look
said
at the.
something like, don't bet what you can't afford to lose. And I'm
No,
like, shut
just
your
gamble.
mouth.
How many
Kurt.
games have the Vikings played the last 2 years that haven't been one-score games?
Right.
Finals. I mean, it's just everyone this year. I mean, all their six losses have been one score. I guess the one blowout was Green Bay, right? I mean, that was it. You want to call it a blowout? Man.
Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, which was in theaters, now is going to be available to rent on demand on December 13th. So if you
it'll
didn't,
be a big hit.
If you didn't see the actual concert, if you didn't see the concert in the theater,
right, you can now get. Right.
And I'm going to have to do this because the kiddo wants to see it. We just didn't get to the theater, so
Yeah.
we'll have to do it.
Yeah. I'm still flirting with the idea of going to see Napoleon.
You haven't? I thought you'd go see it.
It's 2 hours and 38 minutes.
How are the reviews?
Not the best.
Rotten Tomatoes isn't that good.
Yeah, it's
Really?
I've seen some raving reviews and some not so raving reviews. So I guess it depends on the person you're talking about.
Okay.
I think it was 60-something% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I saw the Paul Giamatti movie. It was really good. I wish I
Oh, the holdovers?
Yes,
Is that
it was terrific.
Really?
It was kind of I thought it might be a modern day version of Breakfast Club, with the four kind of not malcontents, but they can't go home for the holidays. It's at a kind of a private school, but it ends up being one young man who ends up staying there with Paul Giamatti, who, by the way, is making his acting debut, and he was really good. But Giamatti is just, and it was the same director who did Sideways. If you like Sideways, and Giamatti was so good. He's got a lot of the same sort of feel to the movie, but it was really well received, and it was great to see a packed movie theater, and it was just fun to experience.
A packed movie theater for the holdovers?
Yeah,
fantastic.
It was good. Yeah,
good to hear.
It was where you find out what he did why he got kicked out of Harvard.
Yes.
I didn't see that coming. That was pretty cool.
You did see the movie?
Seen it?
Yeah, I saw it too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it when we were in Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. Well done.
Denver. No, I'm sorry, Denver.
He's so good.
I just felt like I saw the trailer a million times in the theater, and I just felt like I saw the whole movie in the trailer.
Well, you didn't.
Yeah, take that.
Sorry, Rose.
Mark Cuban, very versatile like Paul Giamatti. Mark Cuban said he is leaving Shark Tank in 2025 after the next season is done being filmed and is over. So he's got basically a year and change left of Shark
I
Tank.
got friends who are just so locked into that show all the time. They just love it.
Here's how
Cory
much
loves it.
here, I just fell in love with it this year.
Yeah.
I totally get why it's a trap. It's very addicting.
It's a trap.
But my girls love it. I'm raising two entrepreneurs, apparently.
Of course.
That's great.
The 9-year-old loves it. And here's how much the 9-year-old loves it. She, when I asked her about a month ago, I'm like, hey, the Wolves actually look like they're going to be pretty solid. They're off to a good start. You guys want to go to a Wolves game? The little one still hasn't been to a game yet. And she goes, well, when do they play Mark Cuban's team?
Wow.
She wants to go to the Mavericks game just in case Mark Cuban is there.
Oh, he would show
She
up quite
cares
a bit.
more about Mark from Shark Tank than the Wolves or the Mavs.
Sure. Well,
Just
whatever the
crossing her
attraction
fingers
is.
at Cuban sitting there front row because he goes to a lot of games.
He has.
He goes
gone
to a ton of
Target
games.
Center a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
So I haven't even looked
He
at
and
it.
A-Rod
I think
could
it's
sit next
maybe
to each
later
other.
in December. But
Yeah.
the Mavs
That's
are in
sweet.
town, and that's the game she wants to go to
That's fun.
just in case.
Mark Cuban shows up because of Shark Tank.
Yep, she hates Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary drives her nuts because she thinks he's too mean. I'm like, have you met me?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
He's in
Cuban
Good
shows
Burger
up.
too. Tell her to watch that.
Is that right?
Yeah, he makes a little cameo.
Is it good? Max?
I laughed.
He loved it
good.
so
I
much.
cried. It's
Wow.
like something a little. It's like The Godfather mixed with Citizen Kane, mixed with the Titanic,
North Pole's 14,
Shawshank. It's same type of thing.
Paul, your hand was up.
I have a Napoleon review from a friend of mine, Hawk.
Okay.
Said it was well made, but too many events in his life. Tried too hard to fit it all in. Major points kind of get glossed over. It should have been a mini series.
Huh?
Now
Ryan
that
Donaldson?
I can buy that 100%.
Smitty, the real Smitty.
It does seem like a movie that wouldn't have
Right.
been a great miniseries, but you wouldn't have gotten those two guys to do a miniseries. I bet.
Yeah.
and that is a similar. That kind of follows the similar themes from the bad reviews that I've been reading as well.
Right.
Yeah, saying that they try to just do too much and that it kind of felt listless at time. But everyone says the action scenes are great.
Yeah.
Watch The Crown. That's been phenomenal lately.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, especially it had with Princess Di and the last couple episodes before they cut it off for a couple weeks is when her relationship takes the next step with Dodi, and then of course the fateful night in Paris, and it's just the way they recreated it. And the woman who plays Princess Di is just spot on. I mean, it's just haunting and chilling, and it's really well done.
Go see it.
Go see it, Rose.
Yeah.
Today would have been the birthday of Anna Nicole Smith, who died in 2007. Can you believe it's already been that long?
Wow.
Man, that's a really good documentary. Don't even remember when I watched it, where it was on. It was really good. Really, really good. Makes you really feel differently about her.
Right, I'm sure.
Sauce?
Uh-oh.
Yes, Daddy.
November 28th. Of what year? Today. Of what year? Jeffrey Dahmer was clubbed to death by a fellow inmate while cleaning a prison toilet. What year did Jeff Dahmer get killed in prison?
94.
Nailed it.
What?
Wow, no kidding.
You didn't hesitate.
No.
94.
I would have bet you it was in the
Later.
late 90s. Yeah.
Well, I think he got arrested in 91.
Wow.
And he was, I would assume that was a little bit of, hey, what's over there? And they kind of turned around. But
yeah.
the people, I think the story is obviously people were disgusted by him, but he would also like mock them and like walk by them and tell them how good they would taste. And he became
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
He just went Hannibal Lecter on the bit.
Yeah.
What happened to free speech in this country? Can you not say that they look delicious?
And wouldn't you want to look delicious?
I would like to be told I look delicious.
That would be
Just
depressing.
once in your life.
Think how depressing that honestly would be if Jeff Dahmer's like hard pass. You look disgusting.
Too much fat. Yeah.
Clean yourself up.
Quickly, last.
Yeah.
On this date, in what year did Leslie Nielsen die?
Oh.
I know we all go,
2011.
2009.
Yeah, 2010.
Nailed it, Rosie. 2010. Leslie Nielsen.
Jeff Dahmer, Woodzack.
No, you're
Oh,
thinking of
come
Richard Ramirez.
Oh, yes.
I think the more important question is, would Dahmer Zach?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Oh, buddy.
Nobody wants
Zach,
to get told no.
A boy can dream, Zach. A boy can dream.
Oh, boy.
Rosa, enjoy
Rosie,
your time, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. I'll see you next Tuesday. It won't be that long.
Oh, yeah, it'll be Toys for Tots next Tuesday.
Yeah, you got Toys
yeah.
for Tots. Like I said it very slowly. Yes.
Enjoy,
Cory?
brother.
Enjoy.
I have 7 for the golf bet so far.
So it's
We're
happening.
working on it.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
All right, who cares? Let's do it. We're back tomorrow. We think Parrish will join us to talk about Dean Evason. We'll do Duel of the Decades. I assume Grimmer will be here. Who
That's
knows?
right. Grimmer's coming by. That's right.
He's like
Yep.
disappeared since they got their asses boat
had to
raced by the
work.
Scotty Badgers. 9 to noon is next.